New York City. Strangers falling in and out of love. Some cross paths and never know it. Some circle the same person twice. All of them want one thing: connection. The city gives it. The city takes it away. Two guys, one cab. Ben and Jack. Same ride, different destinations. They argue. The driver's had enough. He dumps them both on the curb. Ben's a pickpocket. He fakes a phone call. Bumps into a stranger. Lifts his wallet clean. Inside, cash. And a photo. A girl. He tosses the photo in the trash. Tosses the empty wallet, too. Keeps the money. Seconds later, there she is. Walking out of a photo studio. The girl from the photo. Molly. Ben's stunned. He follows her into a cafe. Bumps her on purpose. Steals her phone right out of her bag. Minutes later, he's back. Hands it over. Says he found it in the bathroom. An excuse. Just to talk to her. She buys it completely. Thanks him. Buys him a drink. Asks where he's from. Since he clearly isn't a local, Ben tells her the truth. He's here to meet his father. First time ever. His parents split up while his mother was pregnant with him. He grew up not knowing anything about the man. Before she died, his mother told him where to find him, made him promise. Molly's captivated. Ben's captivated. The air between them is electric. Then the door swings open. It's the man Ben robbed. And he's Molly's boyfriend, Gary, a married university professor. Secretly seeing her, Gary clocks Ben instantly, recognizes the face, grips his arm. Calm, firm, makes him sit right back down. Ben stalls, says he's in a hurry, stands to pay the bill, reaches for the wallet. It's gone. Gary already lifted it back off him without him noticing. Hands it over, empty, not a dollar inside. Still, Gary slides some of his own cash into Ben's pocket, treating him like a kid who needs looking after. Ben's furious, grabs cash straight from the register instead. Storms out. Gary calls after him, tosses him his car key like it's nothing. Back at the table, Molly flips through the photos from her shoot, sees everything clearly now. Gary's a thief. Gary's married. Gary's a coward too scared of his wife to be with her properly. She's done. She decides right there to go after Ben instead. Tells him straight out she's interested. Rivka, spelled out phonetically as A-R-I-F-K, gets married tomorrow. Today she needs one thing: a diamond for a client. She rushes to her friend, a jeweler named Mansuk Bai, spelled out phonetically as Mahn-Suki Bai. Deal's done fast. She checks the stone, confirms the price. Then she spots something on his desk. Photos. His kids. She asks about them. He opens up, says they're everything to him, says he wants to give them every dream he can, especially now. His wife left him, shaved her head completely, walked away into a life devoted to religion, convinced marriage itself was a sin. Rivka doesn't flinch, tells him her own faith does something similar. Brides shave their heads before the wedding too. Then, without warning, she pulls off her wig right there in front of him. Proof. She's already done it herself. Mansuk Bai is floored. He sees his wife in her, but flipped completely. One woman gave up her hair to get married. His own wife gave up marriage entirely. Something in him shifts. He falls for Rivka on the spot. The next day, she marries her fiancé, radiant, happy. Mansuk Bai carries what he felt that day for the rest of his life, never says a word about it, never acts on it. David's a composer, alone in his apartment, chasing one dream, getting famous. His mentor's assistant calls. Camille says the mentor hates his recent work. David calls his mentor directly, gets nowhere, ends up back on the phone with Camille instead. She asks for his address. Something's coming in the mail. Later, music's blasting through his apartment. He misses the delivery entirely. Camille calls again, says she knocked, left a book at his door, gave up, left. David finds it, a book meant to help him grow as an artist. He starts reading. Next call, he jokes that it's 800 pages long and he's stuck on page 20. Truth is, he doesn't care about the book. He cares about hearing her voice. He gets bold, asks for a photo of her. She sends one, face hidden completely. Tells him, finish the book first. Then he'll see her properly. Thrilled, he goes home and reads for hours straight. Does the math on how long the rest will take. Gets discouraged. Calls her up. Quits on the spot. She hits back instantly with a story. The most celebrated composer in the world once finished that exact same book in 26 days flat, with the help of a devoted student who moved in with him until the very last page. They fell in love, got married. Camille tells David she's doing the same thing for him, says she's standing outside his door right now. David flings the door open, sees her for the first time. Beautiful. Suddenly, finishing that book fast isn't a chore anymore. It's the whole point. A writer's out front, smoking. A beautiful woman walks up, asks for a light. He gives her more than that, pulls out his best lines, straight from his own novels, trying to impress her. It doesn't land. She's a sex worker. Hands him a card, tells him to call if he wants company, walks off without looking back. He's left standing there, completely humbled. Rick's 17, studying pharmacy. His girlfriend just left him for someone else. Right before graduation, his boss at the pharmacy, Mr. Rickley, makes an offer. Take his own daughter to the dance instead. Pure spite, aimed straight at Rick's ex. One look at her photo. Rick's sold. Dresses up, rents an expensive car, shows up to get her. She's in a wheelchair. Nobody mentioned that part. He takes her anyway. Walks into the dance with her. Runs straight into his ex, arm in arm with her new boyfriend. Rick introduces the pharmacist's daughter as his new girlfriend, purely to twist the knife. Every single eye in the room follows them. She asks to dance. He takes her out onto the floor, chair and all. After the party, his own friends throw a bottle at him and steal his car, leaving them both stranded. She suggests the park instead. They talk. He starts falling for her, for real this time. They drink. They fall asleep, right there side by side. Morning hits hard. Rick panics, rushes to get her home before her father worries himself sick. Then the twist lands. She was never paralyzed, not for a second. She's an actress. The whole wheelchair act was practice for a role. Rick doesn't care, he's relieved. He's already in deep. He wants her, wheelchair story or not. An older painter steps out to run errands, locks eyes with a beautiful young woman, instantly obsessed, rushes to the nearest restaurant, sketches her face onto a napkin before her features fade from memory, goes home, turns it into a full painted portrait. Next day, he follows her, works up the nerve, asks if he can paint her properly. She hesitates. He writes down his address, figuring she needs time to think. She doesn't need much time at all. That very night, she sneaks away from work and heads straight to his apartment. He's already dead. His things are being packed up as she walks in. Heartbroken, she turns to leave, and then spots it, the napkin sketch. She takes it. Later, she cuts the eyes out of an old photo of herself and finishes the portrait, exactly the way he wanted it. A strange, quiet kind of piece. Elsewhere, a sharply dressed man named Alex stands outside a restaurant, mid-phone call. A striking woman named Anna steps out, asks him for a light, keeps watching him, clearly interested. She walks over, confesses she isn't happy in her marriage, says she's drawn to him instead. Alex, flattered that someone this beautiful wants him, agrees to go out with her, despite not knowing a single thing about her. Anna laughs, says she was only joking, walks straight back to her husband. Alex just stands there, stunned. Back to Jack. He'd met someone, something real. They planned to meet again, his usual bar. On her way there, she nearly talks herself out of it. Tells herself he's still basically a stranger. Tells herself this is goodbye. One last time, and done. Jack waits. She's late. He starts losing hope she's coming at all. Steps outside. Raises a hand for a cab. She's right there, smiling at him. She can't lie to herself anymore. Gets into the cab beside him. Tells him straight up how she feels. Same cafe, different afternoon. The photographer and the writer trade glances for hours. She steps away to the bathroom, camera left running. He steps in front of the lens, admits quietly, in his own way, that he's drawn to her, then slips out before she's back. One embarrassing rejection was already enough for one lifetime. A different story. A father lives for one single day a week with his daughter Tia, buys her the hot dogs her mother forbids, takes her to the fountain she loves. Someone who knows her mother mistakes him for hired help, tells him to wrap it up and get back to work. It cuts deep. He brings Tia home early, hurt. Her mother hears about the hot dogs, wants more discipline in her daughter's life. He tells her plainly, Tia doesn't need more discipline. She needs him. Her mother, a little embarrassed by that, asks him to take her again tomorrow instead, since she'll be traveling. He agrees happily. Takes Tia to watch him perform in a stage show the next day. She lights up completely, watching him from the crowd. One more story. A couple, drifting apart. She's bored. He's distracted, too wrapped up in himself. She decides she's ready to walk away. Then he surprises her. Plane tickets. Rome, her lifelong dream. The one place she's always wanted to see. She realizes all at once just how much he actually loves her. More than she ever gave him credit for. Last stop, an elderly couple, both around 80, out to celebrate. 63 years married, still devoted to each other after all this time. He walks her down to the same stretch of shoreline where their love first began decades ago. And together, they quietly relive the whole thing. Turns out, the photographer we've seen all along has been capturing every bit of it, every story, every ending, happy or heartbreaking. 11 different love stories, one city, all happening at exactly the same time. And that's the complete story of New York, I Love You. One city, 11 ways to fall in love or completely fall apart. Trying? If you enjoyed this recap, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next one.